Hello,
Hi.
everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Nat20Hot on a Wednesday night. Thanks for waiting with us. New locale, new everything, but the same great people that you love oh so very much. We are thrilled to be here with you all playing some Dungeons and Dragons. If you're joining us for the first time, we are a group of friends that like to play D&D together. We do this for fun. We don't always follow the rules. We're just a bunch of people that like to play this game together, and we're having a grand old time doing it. If I can share some information with you, we are also raising money for Extra Life, which is a wonderful charity that supports America's children's hospitals around the country, helping fund critical and life-saving care around the North America, including the United States and Canada. Did you also know that it is incredibly easy to sign up to potentially be a stem cell plasma donor? You just have to go to the registry. It is an incredibly easy process to go through, and you can, read more about that. It is a wonderful thing to help folks who may need that. That's my spiel. That's all for our regular update. And now let's get into a recap because last time out we were once again flying solo with one Willem Hagsbane, who had a little bit of time to himself after a rather uncomfortable family encounter between Branwen and Colette, and Branwen deciding that she's too much of a girl failure to handle her own family, and thus decided to send off one of her compatriots to handle it for her. So Willem approached the fiery-haired young lass, and they came to an agreement after sharing a great deal of lore about the summer court that Willem would break into the Hylasera Palace. Crazy stuff. And he was able, despite all of his best efforts, to avoid capture and to learn quite a bit. And I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this over to Willem rather than recap it for our audience. I'll have the folks who were not present be able to learn a bit more about the information that was gleaned. And this isn't just me getting out of the fact that I didn't write a recap. So, where we find ourselves is the day before the gala that is to be hosted in your honor at the Starfall Manor. Willem, you have very recently returned from your midnight outing to the palace and risen Branwen from her deep slumber to share all of these details with her. And the rest of you are kind of starting to wake up on this day before the gala. The Hylasera sun rising and streaming through the window panes. And you kind of hear some hushed conversations happening in Willem's room, and you're a bit surprised to find that both Branwen and Cena are in there, which seems uncharacteristic of
I
this
thought he was in
trio.
our room.
No, he was in his room.
But we were definitely like tummy down on the bed, like kicking our legs up in the air
Well,
and like
Casina woke
resting
up and
our
she's like,
hands.
"Hi."
We were
That's
having a
exactly what it's
slumber,
like.
but not that. Okay.
Hi.
Are people coming into the room?
Yeah, Randy, Dunk, what are you doing?
Is the door closed?
No.
It's a jar.
I'm
No,
gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna instantly like hop on the bed and like join the dog pile.
I
You
will
just
walk
stepped
in.
on all of these papers, dude. I'm onto something here, man.
It goes all the way to the top.
It goes all the way to the fucking top, man. Also, look at all these codes. Look at all of them.
I am the top. I'm the Lord of the Wild Hunt. Don't give me that look. Don't you dare give me that look.
Cena just kind of like looks away from the conversation.
Uh,
um.
Branwen.
Okay. I mean, I think we need to set the scene or whatever. That's
Oh, so when we were in Old Hallow, I got a little pebble thrown at my window, and I went outside. And who is it? It's Colette, Branwen's sister. And so,
Nice.
Yeah, we
Get
know.
it, dude.
yeah. And so she was like, "Hey, I'm real mad at my sister, but you know things about hags, and I want to do a little investigating." So she helped me get into the palace, and while I was there, I met Branwen's mom. She's really scary, total bitch. Um, don't like her. And then I got some stuff from her office, and then I found a secret laboratory that Gwen had, like Yzma's from Emperor's New Groove. If any of you have seen that like play,
That's stage
um,
play, yes.
that
Yeah.
stage play. And I found stuff in her room, and then Brandman and I have, and Cena also. Sorry, didn't mean to exclude you.
It's okay.
Have just been sitting on the bed and trying to figure stuff out because there was code, and Branwyn cracked the code. And also, I got
Nice.
this, and I pull out Limrender, which is the sword that the little boy in the Whispering Willow had.
Oh
Wandering
yeah.
Willow, sorry.
The Wandering Willow.
Wandering
It's
Willow.
so cursed,
Oh.
guys.
Wait, is he okay? You didn't
Yeah. No. I was walking past his house, and then in my head, somebody was like, "Find me, wield me," and I was like, "Okay." So I walked through the door, and there was Max, and he was like, "Hey, Mister, Limmy says he has to go with you," and then it was very sad, and I was like, "Oh, you're a good boy, and you'll be a hero. Don't worry." And then now I have Limmy, whose real name is Limrender.
Bad sign.
Hey, how much do you know about this sword?
Bit of a red
Well,
flag.
it is a sword made of obsidian or something, and he is possessed by um, the spirit of a Death Knight who seeks justice of
Oh,
his own brand. And I've been attuning to the sword, and I think I've experienced some changes. I feel a lot more full of vitality. Also, normal healing doesn't work on me anymore.
Oh, that's a
He's so cursed,
bummer.
guys. He's absolutely cursed.
No, everything's great. Oh, and I can. The sword is sentient, so we can talk.
Cursed.
Not all sentient weapons are cursed. That is a
A good number though.
gross generalization.
How would you feel
Willem,
if we
you hear
just
a
got rid
voice in your mind as Limrenderer kind of pokes in. She's right. Not all cursed sentient weapons are cursed. Don't listen to her.
yeah, Willem, not to be the bearer of I don't think that's a good idea,
Hmm.
but in general,
Hmm.
weapons that speak to you are pretty like evil. I don't think I've ever met a good one.
Well, he says I'm one of the good ones, and he is not evil. I don't think.
what if we left him at the Marigold State where he's nice and safe?
I am
And
going to
Binky
leave
gets a
him.
hold of
And
him? No.
I am going to
oh
leave him
well,
on my back where I can pull him out and use him to fight.
If I picked up a staff, if I
Mhm.
found a staff and I told you guys the staff was talking to me and telling me uh its name and what it was all about, and then it was once possessed by a death knight with its own sense of justice, would you not tell me, Randy, and then you'd yell at me or something?
Cena is
You'd
kind of
say
in the
that was a
corner,
very
like
bad idea.
nodding.
I want to assure you all that the vibes are good, and I will be responsible for any mishaps that mishappen. Is there anything that would make you feel better, short of destroying the sword or me not using it, both of which are not going to happen, about taking Limmy along with us?
so here's the thing. I think it's badass,
Thank you.
but it's also I don't know,
A liability.
weird. I mean, I don't know. A lot of things that have happened with us have been weird. So
That's also true.
maybe that's okay.
I do hear you about the liability thing, but also let's not forget, I have been carrying the deck of many things with me for weeks,
And I hate this.
And nothing bad has
It's
happened from that.
something
and nothing bad has happened from it.
You know what? Keep Lemmy.
I
I will
am
learn to love Lemmy.
responsible.
the
We don't
moment
need to.
something bad happens, fill in the blank, etc.
Um,
I want you all to be as comfortable with this as you can, So if there's anything I can do or he can say that would make you feel better about this,
Can I talk to Lemmy?
let me ask him. Hey, Lemmy.
Mm.
One of my companions wants to talk to you. People are
I
very
speak
they think
only
you're
to my
cursed.
wielders.
Yeah. He is only gonna talk to people who wield him.
Well, that's super convenient for him.
Well, I don't know if he like can't talk to people or can talk to people who aren't wielding him or who will not wield him.
He
Can,
is
like,
not worthy.
Randy,
I'm gonna keep
Uh,
that as an inside thought.
can Randy like wield him?
No.
This is also sounding very convenient for the sword.
Listen,
I don't want to interrupt what is very probably a bit of a pissing contest between you two, but I just feel like there are probably more important things that we could be dealing with. Willem has a big sword now. He had a big sword before.
this one's
You
bigger.
ha you have a scary book, a scary scroll, and we've let that go for a pretty long time, so why don't we just kind of let it go?
I got shit.
Yeah, I do want you all to be comfortable with this, so if this is like a side conversation we could have later.
This might be a tomorrow morning problem.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, Randy, if you real quick want to detect good and evil on the sword, like go for it.
Yeah, man, I do it.
What does detect good and evil do again?
It lets me know if there's an aberration, celestial,
Oh,
element,
maybe that's not
a
gonna do it.
fiend, or undead.
Is there a detect vibes spell?
You don't really get anything by casting that particular spell on this particular weapon.
I think detect vibes would just be like an inside check.
Wait.
I do
I
have
might have something
identify, but I don't
somewhere.
think it would tell me anything that you don't already know.
That is correct. I'll save you that spell slot.
Oh, I didn't tell you the part where I can parry with the sword, which is cool, and also once per day I could cast Hellfire Orb.
That's pretty cool.
Give me a hot second. Wait, I might have something for this. It's buried in screenshots, though.
So while Branwyn looks for something that could help with the vibes of the sword, yeah, infiltrated the palace, got some stuff. Branwyn has some coded letters. I found out some things. I found Gwen's diary, which is bad.
No, that's good.
Yeah, but it's full of bad stuff.
Well, I mean, that's to be expected.
So I'm her special boy. So she is keeper of the verdant throne. We all know that. She's looking for where Amar has gone. There's royal quarters, and she is barred from going in there until Amar formally abdicates or is dead. And she really wants to get into those royal quarters for some reason. Branwyn's mom is 100% working with her, so that's concerning. They're trying to get into those quarters. They're trying to find Amar. The old keeper of the verdant throne, like the steward, is in jail because she's an archfey, so they can't kill her. Um, Yet, dink. And then yes, yeah. So she basically said that Branwyn's mom, her name is Lady Annalise. Her ability to manipulate is second only to Gwen's own. She has sent fine men into a death spiral. Much of her work will pay off without her having to lift a finger. She wishes things were faster, but the pace we're going at will ensure a more permanent reign. And then she also wrote, the look upon his face is all the fruit all needs to sustain a lifetime of power when he learns. He may yet see that it is inevitable and accept the mantle that accepts him, his birthright, once he chooses to ignore, one he chooses to ignore in the face of justice that he claims to wield. And also, there was this crystal that was left behind on the throne, and nobody knows what it does. There were these rings that were left behind, nobody knows what they do either. And there's a bunch of coded messages from Gwen's mom, or from Branwyn's mom, Annalise. So apparently she's planning something devious. We probably already knew that, but yeah, the vibes are rancid.
Hmm.
Oh, and yeah, They are very much looking for Amar, but don't know where he is.
What do the codes say, Branwyn?
I mean, that's basically a summary of what Willem just said, but I could read them if you want.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds great, darling.
here's. What was the energy in that?
I was half distracted for a moment, and I realized I wasn't in Cena mode.
Darling. That would be
Energy to
great.
that, and I was like, what?
That sounds
Okay,
great.
okay.
You should do that.
And now it sounds condescending.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm in it.
Okay, anyway, letter 1. Just as you, I don't remember who these are from. Just as you claimed, Helix descends into the drink. The sun sets on Amar's allies. We are close, but we need to ensure that any remnants of a return are completely purged. We must get into the apartments. So Calyx is basically Amar's old bodyguard, and it sounds like he's probably a drunken mess, so I think we should talk to him at the gala. Letter 2. You have been invaluable to me, my fair lady, and so with that, extend this final courtesy. Tighten the leash on your daughter, or I will be forced to do so myself. Which daughter? Don't know. Feels
We
great.
know which one.
Which one?
I don't know if we do.
Do we?
That's 100% about Colette.
Pro-
You think your mom cares? You think your mom cares about you, and you also think your mom could have the power to tighten the leash on you?
Okay, well, there's some more context clues in some of the later letters. Letter 3. Why does this stone confound me? The ring had no effect. Keep the other one in fair condition lest we have to use it for future forgeries. So they're forging shit in Amar's name. Bad. We should bring that to someone that we can trust. Don't know who those people are. Letter
They're
4.
They're okay.
No! 1,000,000% no!
Letter 4.
He
The
likes
Amber Crest is The Amber Crest is less than suitable. I'll move forward with the Ghent apartment, more extensive basement. I'm not keen on moving this deep into the city. Exactly the sort of nonsense that got Talia caught. Of course, we likely wouldn't be here if not for her. Much as it pains me to put to paper. Thank you, Anna. So wait, are we in the Amber Crest? So
What other letter?
what?
I believe there were 5 letters, sweetheart.
Yes, no, I was going on a small tangent. But
How-
basically
The
from that
sweetheart was
one,
so pointed.
sweet.
I keep
basically
forgetting to
from
go
that
into
one,
Cena mode.
I am getting that hi mom / Gwen if you're listening, but also possible hag layer and whatever the Ghent apartments are. So that's kind of bad. Letter 5. The petulant bastard boy and your unburnt daughter are close. Whatever they discovered in Old Hallow is enough to not kill them on the spot. They may know more than we give them credit for. Your daughter is weak. She will bend to your whim, as so many have already. I trust you'll see it through, Anna. In my defense, I don't think I'm going to bend to her whim.
Yeah, I think that one's about your sister too.
Yeah.
Well,
But I mean, context clues, I was being talked about right there, so.
it is the
And also,
first.
unburnt dog.
It is the first time that you're seeing her in a long time. Like you haven't talked about going to see her,
Oh, I don't want to.
but if you do, when was the last time you saw her?
That's an excellent question. Probably the day I got kicked out of here or something.
So not on good terms.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
She also sent me a really taunting letter that I received in Old Hallow, where she was just kind of basically being a bitch.
She
Well,
also
yeah.
tried to get you dragged to hell.
We don't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
also a big part of it.
that did happen.
Do you want us to just kill her?
I think we'd get in a lot of trouble for that, but at this
I mean,
point,
that's
I
pretty
would kind of.
part of the course for us. Like,
Yeah, no. I feel like she's going to be a lot harder to kill than we think, though. She's pretty crafty.
What if we? Well, never mind.
My plan is that I'm not going to talk to her until she approaches me first. So,
Okay.
A, because I'm scared, and B, because I know she's probably going to try to send her a little assistant to, like, be like,
Pers-
you should set up a meeting with your mom, which, no, I don't like either of those
Persephone.
people very much. Yeah,
Persephone.
Yeah,
oh, you guys, again, have full permission to mess with that lady as much as you want.
I met her.
Hmm.
She seemed nice, but confused and busy.
She's really weird.
So,
Oh,
okay. So what now? We know a lot of the things that we thought were true are true, and
That's great for us,
that
honestly.
is
But that I
great.
feel
Like,
like that doesn't happen to us a lot.
it doesn't. Validation is huge. That's big for us. So we,
Go to a fancy party.
right, but like bigger picture, we, I'm assuming we can't kind of like run and gun the hag the kind of the way that we've been doing it.
no, I think it'll be a little bit harder to get to her this time. Also, I mean, we have lots of evidence against a grand or of a grand conspiracy against
That's true.
the High King of one of the Fey courts.
But we need to be really careful on who we bring that to.
Do we really have a lot of evidence, or do we have a lot of things?
Things are evident, aren't they?
Yeah,
How is this not evidence?
I don't know. It just feels like almost too easy.
So that's also something Branwyn said that I'm a little bit paranoid about is like, what if I was supposed to find all this? Because
Yeah,
somebody knew I would be coming.
it feels things don't usually go this well for us.
Gwen does have a history of manipulating you into doing things without
That's
you
also
knowing.
very true.
And I did do all of this because Branwyn Cover Your Ears, a pretty girl, asked me to, and personal vengeance,
Right?
which is kind of classic Gwen manipulation.
You know the history.
Also, we haven't told your sister any of this, and so that I think is a point to bring to the group of whether or not we do that. Because she will be expecting me to.
So I don't know. She could either be a great like ally or a great liability if she knows.
I have two ideas, and it would probably both involve entirely shattering her trust in me, which is already quite shattered, so it might be fine. And they do involve Randy.
Oh,
Okay, tell me your second idea.
You read her mind.
I
oh,
tried that once.
Try again. First idea is just, I'll lock her in a we'll lock her in a room with Zone of Truth. She can get what she wants from me, and then I can get what I want from her, and then it'll probably end also really poorly. Or we'll just it'll be really cathartic.
the hope of understanding whether she's like in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I kind of like that idea.
Zone of
Very scary though.
room of truth.
Room of Truth, yeah.
Yeah.
7 minutes of truth.
Well, and like not for nothing, but maybe we, we get her here and we're like, hey, we have information, we want to share it face to face. And then when she's here, we like, hey, we need to know if we can trust you, you know. Um, things worked out a little bit too well, and hopefully she understands that. And then maybe if she's receptive, she fails the she lets herself be zone of truth, and she also, if you want to, lets you read her mind because maybe she hopefully has nothing to hide.
It's a good idea.
And then maybe in exchange to once we've told her everything, maybe Branwyn, you and her could have a little bit of a heart to heart and work some things out and rebuild some of that trust.
I feel like she's gonna be really mad at me at the end of this is the only problem. But I mean, I think
Do you think everybody is going to be mad at you all the time, always?
I'll say I
It's-
think at this point she will be, but I mean, she's also
She already is.
she already is. Like I think she's already like kind of against us. So
Okay. This sounds good. What is the contingency plan if your sister is working for Hag, and your mom?
I could kill her.
no.
Oh
All
God.
right, well then I won't do that. That was a spitball. I wasn't really gonna do it.
Brennan, make a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
That is a 30, 20.
You are keenly aware that every pair of eyes in the room is on you.
Can feel it. Me
Yeah.
staff can feel that. Are there more pairs of eyes than I think there should be?
No, there are 4 pairs of eyes.
And
The
a
sword
small
is
dog.
also judging you.
Well, I don't think we need to kill her,
What?
That's a not. She'll be
No,
fine. She'll be fine. She's a good.
no, we need to know before we do this. And if you're not ready to make that choice, which I understand, then maybe we do something else in the meantime.
Yeah, I would like to not kill my sister, and I would prefer it if you guys didn't kill my sister. I would also like it if you guys didn't date my sister.
Entered into the record.
Do you want to talk about it? Just the 2 of us?
Not wanting to kill my sister, I think that's pretty clear.
No, I mean like what we do
What if-
if it's kind of the worst situation. He's right. We need to have an answer.
Does it have to be now?
If
If-
we're gonna do this, which it kind of
I
feels
mean-
like the right time,
if we're talking to her today, he's right. If we tell her anything and she's Go ahead, Randy.
No, I think like if we can possibly get her on our side, kind of working with us in this situation, we should take that risk because that would be huge.
there's no risk. Either
Well, the
she
risk
comes
is
in
that
here. Well, yeah.
yeah.
And if that's the
There's
case,
actually a lot of
Brenwyn,
risk.
I'm sorry. There's only one outcome from that, I think.
I don't know about that. I think we
Yeah.
can.
Can't just let her go.
I mean, we could just,
there's not a way to, like we can't like banish her because she's gonna come here because this is her plane of existence.
yeah.
And we can't like in some way like imprison her at the Marigold Estate.
No, she'd bust right out.
Yeah.
You know who we. I'm not saying this like we need him, like we should do it, but we need to put her in an orb.
We're not putting my sister in an orb.
If your sister is working for Hags,
temporarily,
she might need to go in an orb.
it would be better to put her in an orb than to kill her.
All right. I do have an idea, and it's orb adjacent. I could use a magic circle, or I could hallow a ground and just do it really fast, like I did before, and kill myself doing it.
What?
And if she's in that, she won't be able to leave.
Wait,
She
what?
won't be able to.
But for how long?
Wait, what was that kill yourself doing it part?
It's not
Oh, I
like
won't actually kill
whatever.
myself. I'll just take a. I'll just be exhausted.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, man.
Assuming that's something that I can do, Chris.
But it'll be worse
Canonically,
this time because I got it right. I got it wrong the first time.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the other one? What's the magic circle?
That one only lasts for an hour. So if something happens, we'll have a little bit of time to decide what we want to do at least. But
Yeah,
it'll make a circle, and she can't exit or enter. She can't cross the barrier of the circle. No Fae can.
I'm sorry. I gotta be the squeaky wheel here. We hallow her, or we stick her in a magic circle if she's a hag or working for hags. That is forestalling the inevitable. That is not a solution. That is a band aid. It's not gonna happen. She's not gonna be working for hags. But if she is, we need a permanent solution. And there's one very
Permanent?
permanent solution.
I think we have to. Sorry.
No, I agree. I agree with whatever you were saying.
Me? I just.
Definitely not him. Um,
There was a time when I wasn't on the same team, and there was a decision that was made to keep me around. I don't think any decision is final or should be.
wait, Chris, what did you just? I'm trying to decode whatever the hell that was.
I got it.
I don't think
Cena said that there was a
I-
time when
Is that
I
as
just,
self-deprecating as I thought it was?
yeah,
Stina just
I
said
felt-
I was bad once and now I'm not, and you guys didn't kill me. So thanks.
Oh, I took that a different way.
but also like I don't know that killing Colette can be off the table.
The fact
Figures.
remains, if she is a hag collaborator, something needs to be done because we cannot let her walk out.
What if
Hag
she's like being
collaborator.
brainwashed or something?
Great. We still can't let her walk out of the state knowing that we asked her questions. Knowing what we share with her.
If we confront her and find out that she is indeed collaborating with Gwen, our very, very next move has to be killing Gwen, if not killing Colette. And I don't want that to be the move. But
If
like,
she's collaborating with Gwen, we're gonna have to kill her anyway. Because I assume that she's not gonna let Gwen go without a fight. And we're killing Gwen.
If Brandon, listen, none of us want to do that to hurt your sister. I do not want to hurt your sister. I don't know, like really badly. I don't want to do that. So please come up with an alternative. I know that's a lot of pressure, but the alternative can't be nothing. We need to have a plan.
we need to find a way to like get her out. If she is in too deep, then we need to get her out.
Not for nothing. What if she's a hag collaborator and she's not brainwashed? What if she thinks this is the right thing to do?
Haglaborator.
Haglaborator. I will say, I do not think that's the case because. Oh no, that could very well be the case. Never mind.
We're
When I when
probably
I
fine.
when I talked with her at the tavern, I was talking about how I think we need to find a Mar, and she was like, "Oh, that's a really good idea," and that's also what Gwen and your mom want to do. So
I mean, there's
There's
multiple reasons why that would be good, though.
oh yeah, no, I also
and there's
want
literally
that.
there's letters that say that we have to tighten the leash on the daughter. Like that doesn't sound like somebody who's happy to be working with them.
Unless the very paranoid thought that we were meant to find the letters because it's all false information.
Maybe they're saying tighten the leash because they know Colette's like she's been investigating this for a long time.
Yeah, maybe. I think. Listen, I don't know what the odds are, but there's a very good chance your sister is not a Haglaborator.
Thank you for using my word.
It was a good word, Randy. But if your sister is a Haglaborator, we need to know what we're doing.
Why
I
am I
think-
the one that has to come up with an alternative?
Because it's your sister.
We are all coming up with the alternative right now, but it is your sister, and so
And you are
unless
the
the
one
alternative is killing her, then
which has been floated by two of us.
we need to come up with an alternative.
Also, not for nothing. Again, your sister. We don't have to zone of truth room her. We can just go to the gala. However, that'll put us in a perhaps precarious situation.
And not
Rather
for
not
nothing.
do
Sorry,
that.
go ahead, Dunk.
Oh, I
At
was-
the gala,
Oh, gala!
Colette-
I thought you said gallo, and I was like, oh no,
Oh, no,
I
it's
don't want to
gala.
do that.
Your
Sorry,
sister is going to be at the gala.
Uh-huh.
I am also going to be at the gala. Chances
You
are,
are? That's crazy.
yeah, well, if your sister sees me, she's probably going to try to have a word about what I found in there.
Just tell her that we need to discuss it as a group together, and that'll give us some time.
Why forestall this?
I don't know, maybe we could get some vibes off of her or something at this thing. Like Randy could try reading her mind again, or when she's like talking to my mom, who's probably gonna be there. We can try to suss things out a little bit more before we do anything.
Any thoughts?
It's her sister. I think we should do whatever she thinks we should. If she thinks we should test the vibes, then sure. But that's also going in without a plan.
Yeah.
Which is what we do best.
It's what we do. I don't know.
Well, it's what we do
No.
often.
Don't we just do it? It's
It's
true,
what
we
it's
just
what
do
we
it.
often. I don't know if it's what we do best.
We don't do
I've tried to
plans
go in
very
with
good
plans
either.
before, and it always does bad.
Like, look, we all, I'm sure, have things we want to do before this gala. Does everyone have an outfit? We are supposed to wear court attire. So if you don't have one, we
Do you
would
have an outfit?
recommend I will figure something out.
Okay,
Um,
Sam.
you should go and get something, and we meet back here for dinner. Okay?
I mean, look, if it really comes down to it, like, if like there's like a big competition at this thing, I can always hither their staff, Colette, and us out a mile away, and we can just kind of hold her down and talk things out.
I like this confidence.
It's another idea. What's everyone doing today? What are we doing? I have to find an outfit. Bramwin can help me. Willem, what you doing?
Well, now I don't know. I guess I do have to find an outfit also.
You all have to get outfits.
Let's not do it all at the
I
same time. I'm recommending space.
What? Like a space theme?
Nope, space between us.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Out of this world. We are out of
Let's
this
not do
world.
that. You are out of. I mean, we're in this world.
Randy,
If you are.
anything from you that you need to do?
Like get an outfit.
Nope, Randy, anything?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that you were. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the temple, the Adara Hearthkeeper place that one person mentioned.
Fantastic. Dunk, what you up to?
I guess I'll find a place to get spiffy and get ready for the party.
It sounds like a great thing for you and Willem to do.
Bro?
Mm, Let's go,
Bro.
bro.
Great. All right. All right. And we're back here for dinner, right?
Wait, is their dinner going to be served at the gala?
No, I
Or is it
mean,
just going to be whores divorce?
the,
Can
the,
I?
go- the, the
I got oven. I got oven.
gala is tomorrow, darling.
Wait, I thought it was today.
If you want it to be today, it could be, and we could say this conversation happened tomorrow, but
Well, doesn't
God,
Randy
fine.
also want to go brew a potion or something?
he's
I
been working
Yeah,
on
he's
it
got shit to do.
yeah, he's been working
Oh,
on it for several
Have
days.
you not seen the cauldron in front of it? He like carried it in here and it was kind of sloshing
Oh.
everywhere, and I thought we were gonna lose our security deposit.
Randy, that reminded me. I found this cool potion in Gwen's lab. I could only take one. I don't know what it does.
Okay, sick. Yeah, thanks. I will take it.
Yeah, she had a whole bunch of creepy shit in there, and she was like brewing something evil. So I just sprinkled random shit into a cauldron before I left.
Does identify work on
Wait,
potions?
that's actually great.
You can
I do
actually just
respect
make
that decision.
you can just make a proficiency check with your herbalist tools or poisoner's kit, whatever it is exactly that you have.
Herbalist tools.
Herbalist.
Bad. Not good. 7.
Unfortunately, you are unable to discern what this potion might be, but you can try again later.
Sure.
Wait, I have. Hang on, I've got something. I've got proficiency with like. Fuck, where is it?
You grab the eyeball one, right, Willem?
It was a 19 on the.
Oh, yes.
Can I play a potion identifying song on my little fiddle and give them bardic inspiration?
You can indeed give them bardic inspiration. So, Dunk, if you were going to attempt to identify this potion, you certainly can.
I would like to.
Let's ID a potion. Let's ID a potion. Let's ID a potion. I wonder what it
Full of
is.
floating eyes.
I rolled a. What am I doing? Nature or
I had a D10.
Just your
I didn't-
proficiency. You're just doing your proficiency bonus. So, D20 plus your proficiency bonus.
Getting a D8.
So 20, 27.
Yes. You have a filter, which is an extra strong potion. You have a filter of the Hag's Eye, which grants you true sight for a range of 60 feet for 2 hours and advantage on wisdom perception checks for that same duration.
Holy shit. Someone should drink this for the gala.
Why?
Because then we can see all the secrets.
I can drink this.
That sounds like a great Randy
You
task.
can see all the secrets.
Yeah, like maybe like somebody appears as like somebody else.
Like
Like
an
the like they're stealing someone's identity or something, or like posing as somebody else, and then we could be able to see it. Or if someone like has a bunch of glamours on because they're like actually super ugly, we could also see that, which will just be fun.
Okay.
Real quick, Chris, can I insight check Cena to see if she's like if she just like annoyed that this conversation has gone on for so long, or is she like trying to get somewhere?
You can make an insight check, sure.
I got a nat 1.
You have literally
She's
no
fine.
idea,
She's
and you are ready
so
to listen to
happy
her.
right now.
All right, I'll see you guys at dinner. I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Branwen, Cena is going to grab your hand and effectively yank you to
Ah!
your bedroom.
Oh my god.
And as she kind of drags you in, she will slam the door shut and just kind of look at you and like breathe deeply a few times and then look up at you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. But they're kind of right.
I
We don't.
know
I
they're kind
no
of
no.
right.
Just. I know you know, and I know that you know that I know, and you know that I love you, and that comes with loving your family,
You don't
even the
have to
ones,
love my family. A good chunk of
even
them suck,
well,
specifically one person.
even the ones that tried to stab me. That feels like the bigger issue in my book. Not tried. They definitely did. But
Super did.
here's the thing. I don't want to kill Colette. I don't want to fight Colette. I don't. The I know what it's like to lose people closest to you. I know what it's like to lose your family. So I can only imagine what you're going through. And you know I support you no matter what. And that's why I feel like I'm the only person that can tell you that Willem's wrong. The We don't have to kill her. We don't. But we do need to know what we're gonna do. And they're also right that it has to be you. You keep thinking you're walking around like everything you do is wrong. You've done a lot wrong. I've done a lot wrong. Willem's done a ton wrong.
Dunk hasn't done anything wrong, though. We
No,
gotta be clear on that.
he's the best of us. But at the end of the day, everything we did got us here. We're all still alive. I have you, and you have me and us. And it's time to get out of your own way. I know who you
I'll
really
try to
are,
think.
and this isn't it.
I'll try to think of something. There's gonna be something.
There is. You want to tie her up and put her in the closet for 6 years? That sounds great. But we have to do something.
Yeah. I'll think while we're out shopping. We should
Need a
also pick up
dress?
something for Randy, though.
Yes.
I mean, I can also just make my armor look like anything,
Well, I
which is
already knew
kind of
that.
like a
So
safety
you need,
hazard. But then I can window shop to see what I want it to look like, you know?
and you can help me find my
And then also
dress.
we have to get you one. And we
Right.
should pick something up for Randy because
Yeah.
he's not going to get one for himself.
He's not going to get one for himself. Okay. Part of love is
I just give her a really, really
is
big hug.
she takes the hug, and as she's in the hug, she just says, "Part of love is being okay, telling you the hard things." And I knew I could.
Just a
All right.
hug.
Willem, Dunk, you are off to find some formal apparel. Would you like to
the
just?
haberdashery?
Yes, you're off to the haberdashery. Um, would you like to describe what in particular you are looking for?
Kilt.
Hilt. Okay. Willem?
I'll know when it finds me. Just an outfit that says Willem.
Are you looking for formal wear? Are you looking for like regal knight attire?
He's
What are
looking
we?
for a personalized mall T-shirt that says "Will."
You're looking for a man in finance?
I'm looking for a man in finance.
6'5",
Something. Blue eyes.
I will
6'5".
look for suitable gala attire, formal wear, evening formal wear, but
Nice.
that has a personalized touch.
I
That
would like you to
says
describe that to me in vivid detail.
A certain je ne sais quoi.
a certain je ne sais quoi.
Pull up
Pick
that
Uh,
out
picture.
the best outfit on a man that you've ever seen,
Okay.
and that's what Willem is going to wear.
Okay.
Does it look like? Does it look like? Wait.
It probably looks a lot like one of the outfits that
I'll
Stephanie
get
had
there.
sent us all earlier.
I'll get there.
Is there anything else you'd like to do besides go shopping for clothes while you have this day ahead of you?
You know, I don't think there is because I didn't plan on it.
Okay, that's fine. Um, as you are walking through the city, you visit a couple of shops along the way. At one point, you kind of like post up outside of a haberdashery while Dunk walks in to procure a new, I was about to say a quilt, but really it's a kilt. And you kind of just let Celt, excuse me. You let the kind of city of Hylasera walk past you. It is a lovely summer day in the summer court capital. And as you kind of people watch, essentially, you didn't follow Dunk in simply because the haberdashery was a bit small, and he's already a rather large individual. And so you're just kind of relaxing, posted up against the glass door of the haberdashery, and you hear an all too familiar voice in your head of Colette. And she kind of perks in and says, I'm sorry I missed you last night and well this morning, and I'm working pretty much until the gala, but I feel like I could steal away if you wanted to chat. Let me know.
Do I have to respond to her now?
You do not. It is a sending spell, so she might be a little. I'll leave that to you.
Yeah, come to the Ambercrest estate. We'll
Uh,
talk.
okay. At what time? Like right now?
Um, yeah, give it like actually, could you give it? I mean, I know you have limited time, but could you give it like an hour?
Hour. Got it. Okay. Um, yes, I might be late, but I have to again sneak away. So I'll keep you posted.
That's okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
lean my head into the haberdasher and sort of try to make eye contact with Dunk and whistle for him.
So,
We're doing a side mission.
always here for it. Let's go.
Colette just asked if she could stop by, and I
For
said yes.
a rendezvous.
For a talk. I don't know what you mean by rendezvous exactly.
I think you know what I mean.
Well, she probably would not expect you to be there.
I mean, not me, but like, but you and her, and you know.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking that we maybe use this opportunity to find some things out.
Okay, that's probably more important.
Yeah. So we're raw dogging it a little bit and going behind people's backs if we do that.
They'll understand.
I
We will cross that bridge when we get there. I feel like, you know, any opportunity that we can get to like get some information, then we can relay it to them. If we relay
so
it to them, not keep it a secret, then I think we'll be okay.
so you and me don't have zone of truth.
No,
So how exactly are we going to do this?
we have to, I guess, make it seem like we're on her side so that she trusts us.
I was thinking about sort of presenting it as a how can I trust you sort of thing. Like, give me reasons to trust you. Show me that I can before I tell you much of anything. Because things were a little bit too easy last night, and this is all feeling a little bit suspicious, and I have been manipulated by very attractive women before.
Haven't we all? But like maybe do you want me to like not be obvious that I'm there?
I have no idea what I want from you. I said we're gonna do it live.
Okay. Maybe I can find a little hidey hole that is big enough for a small creature that I can hide inside of and just kind of be around in case shit goes sideways.
Yep, this is great.
Before I do that, though, I am going to buy this kilt so that I will look
Yes.
fabulous while I do it.
Yes, I will say in the time that you were out, you were able to procure an outfit that looks just like the things that Steph sent into the group chat. And I do expect vivid descriptions of when the gala actually begins. Um, are you doing anything else before you head back to the Ambercrest Manor?
Is there a potion shop on the way back by any chance?
It's not necessarily on the way back, but you do have time to kill. There are plenty of potion shops that you could theoretically visit. I'd say it's reasonable that Randy did inform you of one of them. You also have a map of Hylasera that was given to you by Branwen.
I think we should, and Dunk, hear me out. Feel free to, point counterpoint. I think maybe while we're out, we just pick up our own potion of truth, and
Makes
then
sense. We need to make sure. Like, how do we get it to her though?
we say, "Oh, we have sensitive information. Please show us we can trust you. Drink this. I'll drink one too."
What if you don't? What like
I
is there a way to like trick her into drinking it without you drinking it?
well, I'm not going to drug a woman without her consent,
Good.
Yeah,
especially a
no, that
woman that
makes
I am interested in. I'm a feminist, Dunk.
no, that makes sense. Okay. Um. All right. Yeah. Both of y'all drink it, and if I need to come out, and I will not drink it, but I will also not be obvious that I'm there. I'm gonna try to be hiding, and
You know
hopefully
what
she.
we need? Have you ever seen that stage play Dune?
I've heard legends of you know, an oratory kind of legend
Sure.
of yeah.
There's the thing where in the show you put your hand in a box and then you got to tell the truth, and the box makes you in pain if you don't, or something like that. If we had a pain box, that would be cool, but I don't think we have a pain box.
No, but I guess the next closest thing would be the potion of truth.
Yep. So we'll stop by, do that, and then hope that everybody else doesn't kick us out of the group.
I think I think this will work out in our favor. I think this will be good.
You can stop by the Root and Stem, which is a small herbalist shop run by a dryad. You can find a truth serum there if you're so. Why tell you when I can be her? Welcome to the Root and Stem. If it's a truth serum that you're after, we do have multiple options available. There are low fidelity versions, a potion of truth, as it were, which requires it's a very easy potion to resist, if you catch my meaning, but will implore the individual to not speak a lie. If you trust the individual will willingly accept the poison, this is something that you could procure. However, if you are attempting subterfuge, you would require a more intense brew.
Tell me about this more intense brew.
This is simply harder to detect, difficult to taste, difficult to smell, and thus very difficult for an individual to know that they might be poisoned, and thus very easy or very difficult for them to avoid succumbing to its power.
Do they have to not know that they've been poisoned for it to work?
Well, that is the question, is it not? Telling them that you are giving them a potion of truth is certainly enough for them to succumb to its effects without attempting to potentially constitute themselves past it. However, the stronger variety would enable you to do this potentially without them knowing, as they would be unable to be constituted enough to overcome its powers, one could say.
I'll take 2 of the weaker ones, please.
Uh, that would be
We
300
are.
gold for the 300 gold for the two of them.
We'll shill over the 300 gold.
All right. You are now in possession of 2 potions of truth, which apply the zone of truth spell for 1 hour and have a constitution saving throw of 11.
And one can willingly fail.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll allow you both to go return to the Amber Crest. Randy, you are headed to the Hearthkeeper Sanctuary, correct?
Yes, sir.
Anything else you'd like to do while you are out in the city?
No. That's all
All
I
right.
want to do. Except I'm doing my regular morning J as I'm walking on over there.
You don't get many glances or looks as you make your way through the city for your libations or extracurriculars, as one might call them. But you do get quite a few looks for just simply the size and stature of yourself. Like you are clearly out of place. None of the doors are designed to fit someone of your stature. But as always, even you in your kind of drunken and drugged stupor are impressed by the grandeur and architecture of the summer capital. It is a fairly long walk to get from where you are in the waning quarter to the southern side of the city, beyond the thoroughfare, beyond the Sol Coliseum, and beyond the palace. It's not far from the outer wall, um, about like due southeast of where you first entered the city. But inevitably, in a lengthy row of row homes that kind of extend in odd patterns. They kind of rotate a bit like Legos. They are not completely uh, like straight in their ascension to the heavens. There is a small domed stone structure where you can see a bit of white smoke kind of pilling out from the center of the dome, where there's clearly a small opening where a plume of white smoke rises up into the heavens, and you can kind of see the beams of light cutting the smoke and it kind of catches your attention for a few moments, and you feel a bit more at peace, as though it's a sign from the heavens for you to venture in there. And there is a sign itself above the door, carved into an archway. It's a bit like the Sistine Chapel, if you are at all familiar. I believe you are, as you were recently in Italia. Um, and you walk in, and above you, carved into the archway, reads, "All who enter, all are welcome." And as you enter, there is a bit of a kind of faint kind of glockenspiel playing that kind of resonates through the hall. And at the moment, you don't see anyone tending to the sanctuary. It is just a small, almost like a conversation pit carved into the earth, 3 levels deep, where people could kind of gather around in a full circle and look down and listen to an individual who might be presiding over a mass of sorts in the middle. And then there are 2 rooms shooting off in either direction and an altar at the back.
Do I see people in this area, or is it empty?
The moment you see no people, you just see kind of the small fire, which is lending itself to the white plume of smoke that rises up through the center of the dome, which is situated at the center of the conversation pit.
I'm going to take a few minutes and kind of walk down into the pit and stare into the fire for a good 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. And
Okay.
then, if nobody comes out during that time, I will go into one of the rooms.
As you stand there for about 10, 15 minutes, but like you kind of feel like you've been there for quite some time, but as you stare into the flames, you find yourself kind of captivated, and time seems to kind of drift away from you. It's not, it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it also feels like you've only just arrived. But at the same time, as you look into like the lapping bits of white flame and it blends into the smoke that rises out of the dome, you also feel like it's something that you could stare into eternity. It is a very welcoming, warming presence. Until finally you hear a soft voice from behind you. Welcome to the Hearthkeeper's Sanctuary. You are not one I have seen before. You are a bit tall for our doorway. I apologize that you had to duck to enter.
No, it's cool. It said all are welcome, so I assumed that meant me, even though the door doesn't fit.
All are indeed welcome. If you intend to come again, perhaps we will carve a new door for you. We wish to make sure
Oh, no,
that
no, that's cool,
everything
man.
is accessible.
Um, how are you?
I am well. What brings you to the Hearthkeeper's Sanctuary today? Are you visiting, or did you come to seek out one of us?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm from the material plane. My name is Randy. I'm the champion of Adara. She gave me. I don't have him yet, but I kind of like try to show him like the little nubs that I have that are gonna be wings. I'm like,
Mantle is
yeah, like,
enough to prove this to me. We have heard of your coming. The
oh
Absol in Silverhaven informed us of your return to the Feywild.
yeah. Well, it's nice to be here. It's nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well.
I don't really know what I'm trying to get from here. I just thought it would be good to visit, I
Many people
guess.
come not knowing what they are looking for, but they find it in the flames, or in the people that they meet here, or simply they find it in the time that they spend here. You do not need to come with questions, but you will leave with answers.
Yeah, I kind of noticed the flames. I didn't know if it was just because I'm like kind of high, but it's they're pretty cool. I like looking in them.
Indeed. The fireplace is her sigil. All are welcome around it. Many find solace and comfort around the flame. It is the birthplace of conversation, it is the birthplace of life. So we keep this going at all hours, every day, for all time. The white smoke is a signal of life, not death. It is not blackened and charred and burned, but rebirth, and serves as a signal, drawing those who have no home here.
Randy like kind of takes a moment and like pauses and thinks about what he said and like kind of seems like genuinely emotionally affected for a second, like he hadn't really parsed words in a little while in their meanings. And he goes, yeah, how do you make it white like that?
It is an ancient art, passed down from brother to brother, sister to sister, for generations. All who have maintained this temple are taught its ways. The secret among its care and the way that we tend to it also comes from a particular type of tree that is grown and raised in some of the arborist's fields outside of the city. It is a particular kind of birch that grows nowhere else in the world.
That's great. What's your name? I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
It's fine. It is not really that important, but you may call me Brother Bron.
Brother Bran?
Brother Bron.
Baran. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill here for a couple hours, maybe the day, and kind of see
The
what.
temple is yours, champion.
Thanks, man. Oh, one more thing. You know about any other potential champions, maybe in the mountains? I heard tale.
Not of what you speak. For all intents and purposes, you are the first to bear the Hearthkeeper's mantle for, well, generations, potentially a millennia. There are some who will question your title, but we are here in service to you.
Appreciate that. Um, like who questions it?
It is not for me to say. I
It's
sense you
not.
might. I sense that you might yourself.
Oh no,
It is
I
one thing to say it, Randy. It is another thing to be it.
all right, man. I'm gonna watch the fire for a couple hours.
By all means, I hope it brings you peace.
Yeah, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna sit
Well,
down and stare into the fire for a couple hours, and then head back if nothing happens.
okay. Branwyn, Cena, anything in particular besides looking for attire?
I mean, actually, I would like to ring up El Rey.
Go ahead.
Ring ring bitch. Kidding. Hey girl, hey.
Ring, bitch. You have learned at this point through your multiple uses of the Sending Stone, that this is a very particular kind of stone that effectively allows standard conversation and does not require the preparation of messages or back and forth. You can maintain a typical conversation,
I
much
still
like
gotta
one would with
start it
a.
with hey girl,
No,
hey.
I understand. I'm just saying, like, don't think you
Is
have
it
to
like
like,
a it's the El Rey phone?
it's the bat phone.
Yeah.
It's
Um hey.
ah,
Um
hello. It is always a pleasure to hear your voice.
I don't mean to always call during a crisis.
It is
However,
it is what I'm here for.
um any chance you'd be able to get to a Hylasera?
Mm, this is it would
I
be
think the
very
answer's no, but I figured I'd check.
it's unorthodox, but I would do I would move mountains for you. What is it that you need?
Um was recently presented with the scenario of what if my sister turns out to be evil and we need to kill her? And I'd really enjoy not doing that.
Understand that. Where does your heart take you?
So, not killing her, obviously.
Of course. But
But it seems that if she actually does turn out to be actually evil, I need to find something to prevent everyone else from killing her.
what did you have in mind?
That's the problem. I don't know if you could somehow spirit her back to the material plane, so at least she's not on this one. But I don't know if that's possible with what magic you've got right now.
Um, I am capable of many things. Uh, I can teleport her or dominate her will, but where would I take her?
I don't know, back to the estate.
And do what? I must,
Um,
at the end of the day, protect the people that you have
yeah.
bid me protect.
take her to my dad. Maybe he can like guilt her into this. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm spitballing here.
A handful of people more capable than I that you could reach out to. I know this comes as you have to trust me, Bren.
Okay.
That everything I've told you and everything that I have aided you comes with the omission of a few small, finer details. And I know this is very likely challenging to hear after the debacle that you have been through with Lyra. But unfortunately, I am more well aware of the one called Draken Voss than I may have ever let on before. May be a resource to you. I cannot guarantee it. He is flighty and dangerous. However,
You
I'm
want to put my
aware.
sister in an orb.
I do not want to put your sister in an orb. I don't know what you're talking about. But I do know that he is capable of the things that you discuss. It is also something that if you're telling me is a matter of grave import, I could impress upon him.
Okay. I'll talk to Dunk. What went
I,
on between you two, though?
I need you to understand that there are some things I still cannot tell you, and not because I don't want to.
No, I get
But,
it.
but you have to trust me. You know that I would move mountains for you, and it is why I tell you these things now. But there are
You're
those
not
in your...
secretly evil, right?
No. There are those in your corner that you are not yet ready to meet.
Okay, wait, what?
Just know that I am doing everything I can to ensure the safety of you and your companions, and if you ask for anything, I will do what it takes to get it done.
Oh God, okay.
There are those, Draken among them, that still do not believe of the threat that you face. But I have his ear. And I'm sure that having met him, you can understand why this information might be difficult for some members of your party to understand. I tell you
Yeah,
this because I trust you.
I'll run it by Dunk first.
I completely understand. He has a right and a means to say something about this. And just know that I have also impressed upon him the importance of his survival. Draken is, unfortunately, the worst of us, but we rely on his abilities. And he is aware of that.
Okay.
Alright?
Please tell me things sooner rather than later, though.
I don't keep any more secrets from you. Just this one.
Okay. How's Cleo doing?
He's doing very well.
You should go check up on my dad. And I hang up. What are you wearing?
Vaster robes.
Hang up.
Alright. Anything else?
Sina and I pick out a really pretty periwinkle blue dress.
Nice.
And then I find a really cool, like, dark bluish dress.
Hmm.
And then we also get a really cool, like, black tunic with, like, a robe thing for Randy.
Very nice. Okay. Um, Willem, Dunk, you return to the Ambercrest Manor. Yeah, it's sick as hell. You return to the Ambercrest Manor. Pequod greets you, um, and informs you that there have been no visitors since your departure. Um, but you are free to do anything prior to awaiting for Colette's arrival if you'd like, or we can simply move on.
I will just arrange a room nicely, probably my bedroom or something, and drag a chair and then a side table in there, and then just put the two potions on the table, and I'll turn to Dunk and be like, um, find yourself somewhere to hide, or you could go into the room next to here, and I'll knock on the wall twice if I need help. Or
Um,
I could just give you a tooth.
yeah. Is there anywhere big enough for a small creature in this room for me to tuck
There's a
myself away?
there is a wardrobe. There is I don't know what you call them, but a foot locker at a bed. But it's more like a cedar chest than anything else. It's filled with blankets, but you could remove those blankets.
Uh, would
There's
she
also
feel
the
comfortable
statue of Willem in the room.
that I could climb inside of?
You could hide behind.
Oh, okay. Um,
Again, maybe overcomplicating. You could just walk into the room next door. Or you could hide in the
Which is
wardrobe.
technically your room.
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll just chill and hold on to a tooth.
Yep.
All right, you will head into your room, and after some time, there is a knock at the door, and you can hear Pequod's joyful voice from down below hailing you. And I'm assuming you informed him to kind of send her up to your room.
Sure.
Okay. She raps on your door and kind of pulls her hood back to show off her hair a little bit, and you can clearly tell that the cloak is not really hiding her extensive set of armor. Like she's still very much on the clock at the moment. Um, but she goes, "Is Branwyn here?"
Oh, definitely not.
Okay. Hey, I'm here.
Hey.
How did it go? What are those?
Oh, so it went well. Maybe really well. Maybe too well.
Okay.
I need to be upfront with you something about Colette. Our relationship, working relationship,
We're calling it a
up until this
relationship.
point,
Okay. Yeah.
Willem is visibly caught off guard, and then we got. Anyway, our arrangement built on
Arrangement.
trust.
Yes. Yes, I've trusted you with a great deal. Are you about to tell me something that I don't want to hear?
I have trusted you with a great deal. I am a little bit suspicious about how easy my time in the palace is, and I need to know that I can trust you. Because up until this point, not that it hasn't been good, all I have is your word.
That's not good enough for you. Have you been
Well,
so what is Branwyn telling you not to trust me? I'm putting
no.
my neck on the line here. My
Yep.
whole like reasonably my livelihood and my status, my honor,
Mm-hmm.
my relationship with my sister
Mm-hmm.
on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And I got you everything you needed to get into the palace, but you're telling me that it was too easy.
I'm telling you, it feels like it was maybe too easy. And I want to trust you
Right.
very badly.
want to,
but I
but
am
you
not
don't.
sure that I can at this moment. So
Because you're
perhaps an
super qualified and I trusted you with something that I needed you to do and gave you all the tools you needed to do it well, because I've been working my ass off to ensure that that was possible. You've been spending a lot of time with her. What is this, like a poison situation? Like you're
oh,
gonna.
definitely not. This is no poison. This is just a simple potion of truth. And here's the
She
arrangement I
downs
propose
it.
it.
She fully downs it before you even have the opportunity to talk. Like she just kind of
I do the same thing.
lay it on me. What do you want to know?
Are you working with your mother?
I work for my mother. She's the Duchess of the Radiant Dawn. She's also my mother. Is Branwen convincing you that because my mother has not the best vibes all the time, that she must clearly be a homicidal maniac?
I'm gonna Chris pause for 1 second. Do I need to make a saving throw as I have down the potion?
If you are willingly choosing to fail it, no. If you would like to attempt to not, you may make a Constitution saving throw.
Before I do so, is there any way I can do some sort of insight check to see whether or not she has willingly failed?
You can make an insight check to see like her like body and facial reactions to in terms of like reacting to the poison.
Okay. That would be a 14.
She it's like showed like some discomfort in like terms of the taste, but for all intents and purposes, she made no like bodily reaction beyond reacting to the flavor as opposed to the impact it was having on her.
Does it taste icky?
It does taste icky.
Okay, so her reaction was warranted.
Yeah, it's like amoxicillin.
Okay.
Yeah, and not the good kind, like the
So,
bubblegum flavor. Are
are
you also
you.
willingly failing?
I will willingly fail.
Okay,
Trust
so
falls
for
willingly.
what it's worth, you cannot willingly tell a lie, but you
Yep.
obviously can choose not to answer.
Yep. Are you aware of any sort of working relationship between your mother and the Keeper of the Verdant Throne?
Yes, the keeper of the Verdant Throne is the Dutch is second in line to the throne, oversees all of the High Lords of the council table, and is thus my mom's boss. And yeah, they had like I remember her being around back in the day. They were buddies.
Okay, let's cut it a little bit closer and say, are you aware of any plots or schemes that they may have had to get Lady Gwen placed as the steward of the Verdant Throne?
I'm not aware of any plots. No,
No, no schemes, no skullduggery.
none of the above. I believe that's why I asked you to go to the palace in the first place, because I was giving you the benefit of the doubt that your accusations were a bit outlandish, but because I had things that I wanted to learn about, I was willing to let you learn about them.
Mhm.
You were really
And
starting
I
to grow
have
on me.
what's that?
You were starting to grow on me. This is unfortunate.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be very practical of me to just tell you things on faith alone. I mean, we're dealing with
Sure,
very
even though
sensitive
I
information.
put my neck out for you on faith alone and risked my entire life coming to you in a city of people who would be willing to kill me.
And then I risked my life by infiltrating the palace on both of our behalfs and
Feels like
into
a
the
pretty
lair
solid
of.
trade.
So, we both have a lot invested already.
Hmm.
What's a little truth between friends?
Oh, sure. Herman's right. You are condescending as fuck. Go on.
Listen, if you can't understand why I'm trying to do my due diligence here, then I don't know what to tell you. I need to know I can trust you
You should
without a
already, but
doubt.
go on.
before I tell you sensitive information.
I'm letting it happen. I mean, at the end of the day, I know you were in the palace,
Yes. Yes, you do.
so go on.
Okay. I should have waited to do this. I'm convinced.
What?
I'm convinced by you. I
That was
do
it?
not think you are working with them. You raised some very good points. You seem very trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I trust you.
Okay.
Great. So now, would you like to hear some things?
Hey, I would love to.
Okay. So yeah, things went really well, well to the point where I was a little suspicious. And listen,
A little.
I don't want to go into the whole tragic backstory thing, but I have been manipulated by Gwen, that woman, like kind of a lot. And so I was a little sensitive to the possibility that that might have been happening again. But as I said, I trust you. I digress. Your mother and Gwen are working together. They have secret schemes. They are looking for Amar. They are trying to get into the palace. There are decoded notes. They have been trying to work their way into the palace together. They
They're
were
in the
trying to
palace.
do, huh?
They're in the palace.
Into Amar's royal apartments. They are looking for him. Your mother is manipulating people and seemingly doing so without trying to lift a finger to help ensure that Lady Gwen has a longer reign.
Okay.
Um, there were a number of notes that proved that they had been corresponding with each other in code,
Okay.
desperately
I mean,
trying to get into the apartments. Sorry, what was that?
but why? Like at the end of the day, you they of course they have correspondence. It's the Keeper and the Duchess of the Radiant Dawn. What is
Well, I don't think normal correspondence would be the keeper desperately trying to break into the royal apartments and saying, "We need to find Amar," and sort of saying that, until he abdicates or is dead, we can't get in. And they seem very desperate to get in there for some reason.
to a certain extent everyone's trying to get in. Everyone wants to know what happened to him. We need real stuff. What are like did you find out where he is?
No, they don't know either.
Okay.
There is something they are tried to do here, planning, but there wasn't enough space or there was too many eyes, and so they're moving something into Ghent apartments.
Again, apartments? That's in the northeast of the city.
I don't know what they're planning there, but it's something that they felt the need to write about in code with each other.
It's weird. I mean, it's like an empty apartment building. The Gent family died off like 10 years ago.
That seems like a good place to have a lair to do nefarious things.
Mhm. Okay, that's something.
Are the letters around, or does Branwen have them?
I think it's reasonable to believe that you would have left them in the apartment, in the house, so you could find them.
I will get up and scramble around and then come back and go, "Yep, letters. Here you go." Oh,
Um,
also, there's something in the box or in Gwen's safe, or maybe it was in your mother's box. I don't exactly remember, but about Amar and Charlotte Hale, and they had a child, but not the one that everybody knows about. There's a second baby, a
second baby?
secret baby, and it's in a very old letter from like 100 years ago, and it's under lock and key for some reason.
Secret baby 100 years ago. That makes perfect sense. Don't you see what this
Why does
means?
that make enlighten me? I'm not from here.
Think about what I told you yesterday. 100 something years ago, Charlotte Hale arrives on an emissary mission.
Uh huh.
Things are looking up for the courts.
Yeah.
Secret baby? a letter about a baby at the same time Charlotte Hale drops off the face of the map for almost a year.
Is that how long does gestation last for your people?
It's like 9 to 12 months.
Oh, cool.
So Charlotte Hale had a Mars baby. Oh my God, this is just like my favorite. Sorry, this is crazy.
But like, what's like? Forgive my ignorance, but what's the big deal? Because didn't she already do that?
I don't understand that that was like thousands upon thousands of years ago, but basically before time itself. Like they have a baby, she becomes the queen of the spring court, and everyone's kind of fine with it, and it takes generations, and it's like now, after millennia of fighting each other and hating each other, and the crown going back and forth, and a blood feud between these two people because one believed that lesser, like some Fae are lesser than, and the other is like, no, all Fae are good, which they are.
What? Which side is Amar on? Just
Oh,
curious.
Amar is the good guy.
The
You know,
non the non-racist.
that's what we're raised to know, that he is
Okay.
like, him, and that's why we're taught to accept all people. That's why we're mostly okay with a guy with horns, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, so you get it. It's the concept, so the fact that there is another baby rolling around, that is an heir to either throne, and explains why she was disappeared from court because she was pregnant. She can't reveal that she's pregnant, and especially because if it ends up not being a winter baby. Plus, the queen is unmarried, so it would be a bastard. This is insane. Okay, but it doesn't explain anything about why Amar's gone.
No, it doesn't. And Amar only went missing like 20 years ago, yeah? Or no, like a year ago. The timeline is murky.
Did you listen to anything I said? Oh my,
I've done a lot in the past day. I'm
oh,
sorry.
I'm tired.
Me too. I had to pretend to be 3 different people.
That's pretend to be some of my entire life.
Oh wow, that's edgy. Sorry, that was rude.
It was.
You look very nice today.
The annoying thing is I know you're not lying, and I know that I look nice.
Branwen really hates that I say that you're pretty a lot.
She was always jealous of me when it came to my hair. Hers was really unmanageable. That's why it's so curly. She kind of just had to let it go.
Mm.
Well, maybe if you put
I,
some damn product in it sometime, it wouldn't be so unmanageable.
she doesn't do a great job taking care of herself.
No, she
She's
never
kind of in shambles
has.
a lot of the time. Yeah. Love her though. She's been through a lot. So, yeah, what else was there? There was the old letter, there was some rings, there was a crystal, there was I stole a potion from the lab. Oh, there was a journal of Gwen's where she was like, "Ha ha ha! When the fruit, when he finds out the truth, it will be all the fruit I need, and he will forsake his ideals of justice and take up his birthright." And it was very preachy and evil.
Okay.
So something bad is going to happen, which
So
is
all we did was
from
confirm your suspicions, and once again, I am wrong.
what were you wrong about?
That Gwen's an okay gal, and my mom is not
Oh,
evil.
definitely. Listen, I could have told you Gwen is not okay.
I know, you said as much.
Yeah, well, and like I get that she's like doing a good job by the court, but like it's all a ruse.
Thanks.
I know this is probably not easy to hear. Is there anything else you'd like to know? I mean, I drank the damn potion too. And again, I want to apologize so much for making you do that. Like, I was just nervous, and we had a whole conversation about it this morning, and nobody knew what to do. And so they didn't even want me to talk to you, but then you were like, "Hey, you want to talk?" And I was, God, excited to see you, so I said yes. And because I
With
want to share what I
someone.
know. Huh?
I'm with someone.
I know. I just I got excited to see you. I can be excited to see people.
Sure. That's true. I get excited to see people too. I was excited to hear what you had to say, and then you ruined it by not trusting me. Did Brandon tell you to use the truth serum?
No, no, they were like, "Oh, we shouldn't talk to you at all." Um, because what
Brandon.
if you were like a hag worker?
So this is from Branwen.
No, 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 no. It was
But
a group decision that
she
I.
but she said as much that you didn't want to talk to me because I might be
She does want. We listen. We all
because I
wanted
might
to
be
talk.
because I might be evil?
We. You are really not understanding. I'm so sorry. Branwen didn't not want to talk to you. We all
Now I'm not
wanted to talk to
understanding.
you. We all wanted to talk to you.
That's not what you just said.
We all wanted to talk to you, but we didn't know how we would handle it if you were working with them. And Branwen was like really nervous about what would happen if you were and didn't know how we would handle it. And because she cares about you so much, she
Sure.
decided, and we all collectively decided, it was not her, that we shouldn't talk to you yet.
Hmm. And how exactly were you going to deal with me?
There was no decided upon plan.
But I'm sure there were options,
Correct.
such as
Such as putting you in an orb
mhm, others.
or a magic circle or
Were you
keeping
going to
you in hollowed ground.
were you going to kill me? My own sister was
No,
going to try to kill me, but
no,
you but
no,
you talked
no,
about it.
no, no. The option was floated and nobody wanted to do it.
That is a lie.
How is that a lie?
They were people who wanted to do it.
Nobody,
If it was that's
nobody,
okay. If you want to say
nobody
nobody wanted
wanted
to do it,
to kill Colette.
okay, that's fair. I'll give it to you. How
Listen, if
fascinating.
you think I'm so sorry, I am a fucking idiot and I'm just running my mouth, but you should not be any more mad at your sister than you already are. She loves you and cares about you so much and wanted to make sure you were okay. And even if the worst happened and you were working with the hags, she was determined to find a way to help you and make it so everything's all right. Her own partner used to be bad, but changed and is good now. The one you stabbed, which was cool in the moment. But she's good now, and she's with Branwen. And so Branwen believes in redemption, which is why, if anything bad had happened, and if the worst had happened, we wanted to help, but we didn't know how, which is why we weren't going to talk to you unless we had figured that out. And we hadn't had that figured out, but then you said talk, and then I started talking. And so here we are. Please, please, you can be mad at me. You can be mad at anybody else. You should probably be mad at me if you're going to choose anybody to be mad at. But please don't be any madder at your sister.
I'm not mad.
Fool. You're just disappointed?
No, I'm just done. Thank you for the information that you've provided. I would have hoped that we would have had a better opportunity to continue to work together, and there was a mutual trust that was not afforded.
There's mutual trust.
There is now, but now I don't, or rather, there is, sorry, there wasn't mutual trust. There is now one-sided because apparently I had to do more, prove
I did
myself to get
the
you to trust
exact
me.
same thing as you. I was covering my bases. It was very easy to sneak into the palace and get vital information and artifacts out from the nose of my arch nemesis. Somebody who has responsible for pretty much 90% of the horrible things that have happened in my life. If you don't understand why I wanted to take extra precautions, I don't understand what you don't understand, and that's fine. Maybe we shouldn't have a continual working relationship then. I am trying to do the right thing, and knowing I can trust you was the right thing to do. I took that chance. I took that option. I'm sorry if it blew up your idea of this platonic relationship based on trust. I needed to know for sure, and now I know. I am in a very good position to try to do something about this, as are my friends, as are you. I really would like to continue working together because I think we can do good things here. But if you don't want that, I understand, and I'm sorry that's the way it is.
Persuasion check.
19.
Fine. What do we do next?
Well, now that we know we can trust each other
Oh,
completely,
go on.
we don't really have a plan, so it would be great to loop you into the planning. Because maybe you have thoughts.
What, I'm just supposed to stay here and wait for everyone to get back? Where is everyone?
Getting outfits for the gala.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay. Um,
Because we weren't supposed to talk to you today. But I was an idiot and decided to anyway.
clear. Heard. Got it. Okay. I'm all right, I'll have someone cover for me. I have at best an hour.
We don't need to plan this right now.
So when then? You're telling me that a terrible person sits on the throne and is prepared to end it all. So what do we do? When do we do it? When do we figure it out? I feel
We should
weird.
probably loop in. Are you. Chris, can I make a medicine check? Is she okay?
You can certainly try to.
Uh, that is a 16.
Yeah, it's fine. She seems like uncomfortable, but it also a lot just happened. It's kind of your best bet. She's just like having a bit of anxiety.
Sure.
Um, okay. All right. I'll go back to my post, and you can message me when you're ready to talk. And if I don't talk to you until then, I guess I'll see you at the gala tomorrow.
You will probably be hearing from your sister because I can't do the messaging thing.
Fair enough.
Okay. Hey, for what it's worth, which might not be much, I'm sorry about not trusting you.
It's fine. I kind of get it. I just wish you would have led with it instead of like you always say. Like I've learned anything about you, it's that you always say like the thing that's like somewhat convincing at the end of your argument after a lot of annoying time has passed. And so I'm left to kind of like reason and argue with myself about why I should believe you. Brainwind's kind of like
The
that
fact that
too.
I just took a truth potion is a good reason to believe me.
No, it's more so just like I'm fighting with myself about how annoyed I am with you, if you get what I'm saying.
I tend to have that effect on people.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe start with a more conciliatory approach instead of leaping straight to, hey, I got these truth potions because I don't believe you. Because it was too
Like
easy.
trying to explain why the truth potions were there and why I might not believe you, which is kind of what I did.
You didn't actually, and that's like, oh, the tone. Oh my God. Okay, I have to go. Um, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Talk soon.
Sorry if I overstepped in assuming anything.
That's okay. You may not have overstepped.
Bye.
Oh, Colette
Yes.
probably goes without saying. Just want to make sure I'm saying it. Don't tell anyone what we just talked about, please.
Circle of trust,
Gotta keep it tight.
and she will depart.
I will knock on the wall to signal to Doug.
Some time passes, and I'll say that like while that conversation was happening, Branwyn and Cena return, but long enough after Colette departing, but you do enter as like Dunk and Willem are uh, talking with one another. But before we get to that, Randy, you have spent quite a bit of time peering into the flames of the Hearthkeeper Sanctuary. Um, you have felt no effect beyond simply the warmth and kind of disassociation that you felt up until this point. So much so that you're not really aware of how much time has passed. If you'd like to make a perception check, you can attempt to kind of discern what that looks like.
Wah wah. I guess 7.
Yeah, it's unclear to you. You just think you've been there for quite some time.
Okay. As I continue to stare into the fire, without casting whatever that spell is that I
Commune.
have, commune. Yeah, I'm not gonna cast it quite yet. But I'm just gonna kind of like stare into it and start kind of speaking out loud. I'm gonna say, "Hello, Adara. Um,
As you
been a
mutter
little
those
while."
words, the flames kind of snap for the first time. The first bit of noise that you've heard while you've been there.
I take note of that. Say, it's been a little while. Um, a lot has happened. I assume I'm not really up to date on all of this high court business with all that stuff. I'm not really. I don't know. It seems over my head, and honestly, it doesn't seem that important in the grand scheme of things. Um, I don't know. I was thinking about solutions because we're here to find an army, right? To fight Seraphel. At least that's what it seems like we're doing. I guess we're also here to kill Gwen. What you just need to know about the Seraphel stuff. I don't know. What if we could like? There's got to be another solution, an easier one that doesn't include the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people in a war. And if I don't get any like more response, then I will cast commune.
Okay. The flame flickers and crackles as you speak, but you don't get any hard answers if that's what you're seeking. No voice comes to your mind.
Yeah. I'll cast commune then.
Okay. In an unfamiliar way, traditionally they kind of appear before you or beside you in a more like ethereal, floating kind of visage that feels familiar from your time on the astral sea. Um, but in this particular instance, you kind of continue to stare into the flames and you see, like, in the white smoke, her figure kind of slowly form, but to the untrained eye would seem like nothing more than the beams of light trickling through the smoke. Um, she looks at you critically. Um, in a way that you are again unfamiliar with. But it's also a similar kind of like electricity that you're familiar with when she appears, or at least in your mind. Randy,
Adara,
what do you have to say to me beyond what you've muttered into the flames?
um, I don't want to wage a war.
So do
if
all
I
who
don't have.
come to experience one. But sometimes we are a product of the environment that we are given and the circumstances we are dealt.
It doesn't seem like you would be the kind of god to wage a war either.
I do what I need to do for my people.
Right. Um,
You are right about one thing that you said. You're wasting your time here.
is there somewhere that you think that I should be?
Wherever she is, I've made you a champion to deal with her. Yet you delay and obfuscate and seek alternative solutions. I
I
trust I
don't think
have
I
not made the wrong choice.
I don't think I can kill her in my current state, not alone. I'm not above killing her, but it doesn't seem like
You have
that's something that's
companions. Is it the drink or the grass that leads you to believe this, that you are incapable? You are my chosen.
I mean, there's I hear tale of another champion, not really a physical form, in the mountains above Hiver. Do you think that they would be able to help? Is that something that I should look for? Or
Champions have fallen. Seraphil herself has fallen. Any that remain, of which there is only one, your quarry, and who I implore you to challenge, are husks, ghosts of a time long gone. Do I need to endear you further, Randy?
this is not the tone of voice that you've had in our previous interactions.
You test my patience.
Would you rather I find her now? And I guess that is what you said.
Indeed. You failed to keep her from this place, and now you have failed to chase her. In fact, you have defied every potential opportunity by choosing to talk with one who would seed and plague your mind with fallacies.
Who do you speak of?
The very one you seek, Randy. I know you spoke to her.
Oh, yeah. I
The
thought that
moment
she
was there. Do you think she is possible to be reasoned with?
I think anybody is willing to talk about things and negotiate if right things are on the table.
Ah, she who would cull thousands, she who would almost end the realm as we know it, is capable of diplomacy.
Look, I know you didn't choose me because I'm the strongest, coolest guy of all time. I'm not. I you could have chosen any of my brothers for that. They've all done way cooler things than I have. I don't know. You chose me because of the person I am, I assume. Does that not allow me a little bit of trust in how I handle the situation as your champion?
I chose you, yes, for the person that you are. Person who found themselves adrift on the astral sea, the first in a millennia, the first I could see and touch and speak to. in a way that I have been unable to for so long. I chose you for the person who you are, the only one outlandish enough to somehow find themselves there. And I have placed an enormous amount of faith and trust in someone.
You chose me because you had no other option.
At what point have you looked at yourself, Randy, in the many times that you've called yourself my champion, called yourself my ward, and used it to bereft and benefit yourself in every conversation you've had with your companions and those that you've found around you? Have you thought that you earned this title? You are without a doubt the only hope we have, and I have gifted you and will continue to gift you with enormous powers. And she will snap her fingers as you feel like you almost like double over in pain as two very small, dainty little wings erupt and the floor of the Hearthkeeper's sanctuary is glistening with blood that flies off of your back, and you kind of force a grunt as the wings kind of sprout, because they will take time, and you will take time to master them, and I will continue to invest in you until you give me a reason not to. You don't wish to do that, correct?
I'm a little bit curious of what'll happen if I decide to go my own way. And
Oh, you have already seen it. I know of that. I know of that as well.
um, okay, well, this wasn't as fun as the other times, but it doesn't seem like
Fun?
you can.
This has never been fun, Randy. You amuse me, to be sure. You tickle me. I find it intriguing that a mortal such as yourself was able to find themselves adrift as they were. Your perceptive and, or rather, your perspective and view of the world was admirable, not for its legitimacy, but for its, what's the word that mortals like to use? Tomfoolery. But you are the champion I have, and I am asking you to fulfill the charge I have given you.
I'll give you one promise, and it's that I will. Seraphel
Let's
will be
see.
dealt with.
Not dealt with. Dead.
Yeah.
And with that, the smoke will clear, and some of it will kind of like, you feel like a tightness in your throat as some of the smoke trickles in, clenches, and you just cough a little bit in a way. The smoke has traditionally kind of risen in a pillar up and out of the silo, um, and that was a bit of a peculiar thing that occurred. But the conversation ends.
No, did something weird happen with the smoke? Do I feel okay?
Yeah, you feel. I mean, like there was a momentary like,
Oh, okay.
but generally you are fine.
How big are my wings? Are they like that big?
They are very tiny. You can once per long rest. Add in for 10 minutes. Add an additional movement speed of 30 feet.
Whoa. Okay. Um.
Sorry,
Okay.
flying speed, not movement speed. Flying speed.
Oh, I can fly already?
You can fly, but only for 10 minutes a day.
I'll take it. That's fucking dope as shit.
Yes,
All
it is
right.
also half your movement speed.
Okay.
They are
And
itty
they
bitty.
go like a bee's
Yes,
wing.
it's a
Okay.
bit like if you've ever seen the Santa Claus 2 SE. You're like the Tooth Fairy.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I stand up and I leave in a huff.
Okay.
I'm going back to the hotel or the
It's
estate,
it's your manor.
the manor. Yeah.
All right, Branwyn, Cena, you have arrived as Willem and Dunk are chatting. Randy will arrive much later, but theoretically could still arrive during this conversation. Branwyn?
You're still
try.
muted, Steph. Steph, you're still
Steph, you're
muted.
muted.
Sorry, I needed to draw a picture and also say hi to Alora and also say that her hair
Oh.
looks really pretty.
Oh, thanks. I got it cut
Um,
today.
it looks nice.
Willem is just
I
1,000 yards staring.
do I immediately sense that the vibes are bad?
Yes.
Fuck.
Vibes are fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
I look directly at Dunk and then to Brandon. The vibes are not fine. I did something I shouldn't have done.
What did you do?
So when we were out shopping, I got a message from your sister.
Oh,
and
great.
I talked to her.
Here?
Yes.
And?
She's good. She's not working for Hags.
And if it turned out she was, would you have killed her?
We didn't think that far ahead. We really didn't discuss a plan.
If it turned out she was working for Hags, would you have killed her?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Honestly, I only would have jumped in if she attacked us.
If she attacked you, would you have killed her?
If she attacked us, I would have defended myself.
Would you have killed her? Just say
Not-
it.
I would have tried to knock her out, and if she wouldn't have been knocked out, then yes. If she attacked us with lethal intent, I would have killed her, Brandwin.
I wouldn't get mad in this situation.
I don't
I'm
feel
just
really
gonna-
good about what I just did. Or
I'm
any.
just
So
gonna
maybe you should be a little bit more level-headed.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe give them a hard time for a bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a very angry walk.
I don't really know what to say.
I'm an idiot and I'm sorry.
I don't
shouldn't
think
have
we did
done
anything
that.
wrong.
I feel like we definitely did something wrong. I feel like I really did something wrong, and you were kind of an accomplice to it.
I guess we should have, we should have said something that we were gonna do it. But
Yep.
all's well then ends well. Maybe that's not true, but like,
Do you realize how lucky we are that things, I'm not even going to say ended well. Also, things aren't ended, but we left things at an okay point rather than a really bad point. If we would have had to kill her, that would have probably been the end of this. And as angry as I can get at Branwen for sitting on her hands all the time and never making a decision, this was not a decision that any of us should have had the capability to make ourselves, and we put ourselves in that position.
She was trying.
I believe it. And I was impatient, and that is not a good excuse, but that is what happened. And I fully feel like an idiot for it.
I feel like it had to be done. I feel like at some point we had to suss out Colette's motives and feelings.
You're right. And that's why I'm not completely apologetic about what happened, because it did need to be done, and who knows when that would have happened otherwise, but I still don't think this was our choice to make at the moment. And so I understand that she's mad, and I accept my blame for it.
I'm going to say that Branwen, on your walk, you encounter a returning Grandy.
Oh shit, what up? No, I don't say that.
Hey,
Did you know?
did I know what? No, I don't know. Did something happen? I was at the temple for like 3 hours. Maybe. I don't
Insight
know.
check. I insight check him. Even though Steph knows the answer. Ooh, that's a 25. No, that's not a 25. That was completely incorrect math. That's a 22.
It turns out, yeah, I didn't know anything about it. Who knows?
Yeah, Willem decided to just call Colette over.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-mm.
I feel like we spent a long time discussing exactly what we were going to do and why we wanted to do it and when we were going to do it. And I thought it was really important. Kind of like the whole important thing was that you were there for it because it was about you and her. Like that was the zone of truth thing, was like getting you and her to trust each other again.
And I'm just thinking that there's a decent chance that I could have walked into that house and had my sister's dead body in it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going for a walk now.
Can I walk with you? We don't have to like talk or anything.
I mean, you're already here, so. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I probably shouldn't be like wandering out by myself anyway. That's probably not a great idea, but whatever.
Oh, check it out. Sure, my wings.
Branwen is very much trying not to laugh.
They're gonna get bigger.
Just pet his. They look really painful. They're kind of.
It hurt a lot when they. Yeah,
I think they're not supposed to be red.
No, well, they just came out of my back, so.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, I just found out that I. Please don't tell, especially Willem, this. Yeah.
Can I tell
Adara
Cena?
didn't- I'll tell Cena.
Okay.
Adara didn't like choose me because I'm like a good person or whatever, or I'm like secretly like actually like really like strong on the inside or have something to offer. It was more that I was just there and she had no other option.
I mean, I feel like in a way that's kind of the best case scenario, right?
Is it?
I mean, she stuck with you this long. Look how stupid we are. She could have dumped you at any point, and she stuck with you this long. You have nothing.
She's stuck
You
with me.
can.
I mean, she doesn't really have a choice. She doesn't have another person she can make champion. No one's just going in the astral plane.
I think the thing that I'm saying is that you don't have to live up to any expectations or anything.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I think it gives you more power in this. I mean, I also haven't been talking to a god, so I'm not really sure how exactly it works.
It's
Not right.
like it's not like a parent, but it's like if it's like if your mom was really powerful and didn't talk to you. It's like um it's like
If you had a boss
it's
that
not like
just
your
was
mom.
constantly disappointed in you.
It's kind of like that now. It wasn't at first. It was like I didn't choose to be. Oh, is she my mom?
How high are you right now?
I'm pretty high. What? Oh, I pass.
Yeah, let's go for
Bronwyn,
a
make
walk,
a
man.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, he's got the good shit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What?
Weird. It takes a bit, like 20, 30 minutes, but you are baked out of your mind right now.
Braylon
Holy
and
shit,
Randy
man.
going on a walk.
Cousin
A
walk at
cousin walk at
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Insane.
At some
like the-
point, Brandon's just crying, and she's like, she's just so cool, and just like really pretty.
Yeah,
She's
man.
really cool.
She is.
Damn.
You guys are good together. It makes me really happy to see.
And she's really pretty, and we got a really pretty dress.
Oh,
It's
cool.
great.
I was just gonna wear this.
No, we got you an outfit, man.
No, it's cool. Like, thanks for
No,
doing.
it's
I'll just
cool.
wear this.
No, you're not.
It's really cool. I'll just wear this.
We can cut little holes in it
What?
for your little wings.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I want to show off these babies quite yet.
No, I mean they are babies. No, you gotta do it.
Kind
Yeah,
of have
maybe.
to. They are
You
big
kind of
enough.
have to,
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yes.
I can't like
or
hide
else
them.
they're gonna think everyone's gonna think you're like really lumpy, man.
Yeah, all right. Well, I don't know. Maybe people think I'm cool.
You're so cool. Not as
That
cool as
means a
Cena
lot.
though. Cena's just really cool. She's so good at knives.
I'm
We
excited.
just cry and talk about Cena.
Yeah, we're just crying and talking. We'll head back whenever, you know.
Is there
What?
anything that anyone else would like to do prior? Or, yeah.
Yes, but it's not important.
What was
What
that?
is
Will?
important is that me and Randy also find a place that has like late night donuts.
What did
Like
We
you
don't
say?
need to
talk-
RP that. It's
I'd like to talk to Limrender about what I did. get
Okay.
his thoughts on it.
Limb Render. I forgot about Limb Render.
He's
I'm
so
pissed about
evil.
Limb Render, dude. Oh.
I'm just gonna be sitting in bed, taking a cloth and cleaning stuff and being like, I think I did the wrong thing today, pal.
What makes you think that you did the wrong thing? I forgot that he's
Well,
Dracula.
I should have. My friends and I, we talked about, waiting, and there's the question of what would have happened if, she was bad. And I mean, you saw the whole thing. I was impulsive and I didn't listen to my friends. And then she's on our side, which is good. We were lucky. But if she hadn't been, and then things had turned bad, I
You would
could have.
have peeled the skin from her flesh, from her bones.
Whoa, that's a lot, pal.
I simply am an instrument for you.
To peel the skin from my enemy's bones?
If you must. I will not compel you to do it, but I will only enable it when you do.
Okay, well, I think I'm probably not gonna do that.
That is fine. I can kill in many ways.
I think we'll stick to the conventional stuff for a while.
I understand.
Hey, are you evil?
Evil is a subjective term. But
That's an evil thing to say.
the answer is no. In life, I was a sworn shield, a sworn sword. I traveled the realms eons ago and felled those who did the wrong things. And now I will help you do the same. I compel you to do nothing. I simply enable your abilities. You are the master of your own fate. I am simply the instrument.
Okay, well, that's slightly more
I have been
reassuring.
wielded
Did you
by
do?
great warriors before. You will not be the
Oh,
first, and you will not be the last. But you will be better for it.
that makes me feel a little bit better. Did you do a lot of skin peeling when you were a guy?
I mostly rendered limbs.
Oh, that's probably how you got the name, huh?
Indeed.
Is it okay if I talk to you like this?
This is what I am here for. I do not
There's still like,
appreciate this weakness that I am hearing, though.
oh, the weakness, like feeling bad that I didn't consider
I know the
my
strength
friends
of
and
your
my actions.
convictions. That is why I chose you. You are someone who demonstrates that they make a decision and they do it. That is why I know you are worthy of my blade.
Oh, listen, pal, if she was working with the hag, I would have
Peel the
did what
skin from her bones.
not that, but I would have did what I had to do, and I wouldn't. I'd feel
Do not
bad about it,
regret.
but
Do not regret that it happened. You made a decision, and you
do
followed.
not regret that it happened. Do not cry that it is over. Smile that it happened.
Put your mind at ease. There is only so many things that you can concern yourself with. The whims of your friends are not always going to be chief amongst them. You must follow the path that you have laid forth for yourself. Follow it,
You're right.
unyielding. They will yield in time because they lack your spirit, and they lack your heart, and they lack your strength.
That sounds a little evil, pal.
I
Did
only
you have
tell you what
adventuring companions when you were a dude?
I did not. I worked alone. But
Yeah,
understand
that.
this. I chose you because of your conviction and your will. I do
Uh-huh.
not wish to see it yield or break, or I will do the same to you.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good talk.
It was very good, Willem.
100% an evil sword.
Anything
That's
else anyone else would like to do? Was really important.
Me and Randy
If
get
not,
back at some point.
if not, that is where we can conclude tonight's session. And we will be back next Wednesday, July 24th, at our usual time, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, where we will attend a gala.
Gala!
And we look forward to seeing you all there. And until then, we hope you have a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend. Stay cool, stay frosty, and Godspeed.
Bye, Zon.
Bye, Zon boy.
Bye, Zomboy, and good night, Fabi.